Yeah. So what are the topics we have covered in the previous class, no? So we have covered something called
Alter,
DD.
drop.
Yeah. So we have learned about something called DDL commands, and the DDL commands. One is something called the create command. Then we have gone something called alter. Is the screen is visible, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have seen the alter command, and the another one is drop. So these are the three commands we have learned. So what the first command will say, the create command. So which is going to use for me to
Create
define the
table.
structure. Okay, so if I say if I want to define any structure, okay, defining a structure or creating a new structure. Okay, so with the help of this particular command, that is data definition language, we are trying to define a new structure or a table. So we are going to create a structure. So say it's a table. I want to create a table, I can create it. If I want to create a schema, I can create it. Or if I want to create a database, I'll be going to create this. So with the help of this particular command called create, it is going to define me the new structure. Then we have gone something called modify the structure. So to modify the any kind of structure, we are using the alter command. So in what sense we are going to modify? Say I want to add a new column. So if I want to add a new column, so I will going to use the alter command. Or if I want to increase or decrease the size of the column, so increase or decrease the size of the column. Okay, size of the column. Then with the help of alter command, we are going to do this. Then if you think that I want to erase the structure, so erasing the structure, or I want to totally destroy the structure, or in the sense I'll be saying something called delete the structure. So if it is no more required, so when it's no more required for us, then I'll be using the command called drop. So these are the three commands you have been come across in the previous sessions. And in that one more command is left out, truncate command. I tell them right now you just is right now it is not required. When the topic comes, so then I will be coming to the again the one more command called truncate is there. One more DDL command is truncate. So I just have given the definition of this, but I have not shown the lively about this. So if you want to erase the content, so if you want to erase the content, erase the records, then I'll be using the truncate command. So definition I have given, but I have not shown the lively about that. So first of all, you just we have seen come across this particular create, alter, and drop command. And regarding the truncate, we will be just once we insert the record, we will be experimenting on this. Okay. So just I have keep a halt for a while. Then once we gone completed this task, then we have been moving today with our thing called something called data manipulation language. So the name itself we says that it's a data manipulation language. So the abbreviation of it is data manipulation language. Now in this, what are the commands we are going to learn? One is insert. Then we will say something called update. Then we'll say something called delete. So these are the three data manipulation language commands of SQL we are going to learn today. So the first command is what? Insert. So if I want to insert, what is this insert command will going to do? So what the insert command one will going to do? We're going to see this. So just I'll give one diagram sketch of for this. Say I have a table like this. So this is my table. So name of my table, assume that is it is my student table. So this is my student table. It has some columns. Say I have roll number, I have name, I have an address, then I have something called contact number. Now like this we have the structure. Now this is the empty structure which we have created using this particular command. So alter, delete, alter, drop and create. With the help of these three DDL commands, we have been created this one. Also this is what we have done till now, what we learned this. So we have done this particular thing. So what is the syntax? Generally we have seen this. If I want to create like this, the dummy empty structure, so the syntax we are going to learn about this is like this. So you can say, so create table. So name of the table is what? Here the student is there, so this is my table. So I want to create something called student. Then what is the column? First column we have something called the roll number is there, so I'll be saying something called roll number. Then we have name, then we have address, then we have contact number. With this it is not going to complete, because what it is going to store for the roll number says it is going to store the numbers. Name, if I say, it stores the characters. When I say address, it is going to store alphanumeric characters, that is letters, numbers, hyphens, dash, slashes, like this we are going to use. So address will be having alphanumeric characters. Then when I'm going to say something called contact number, again it's number, that means it is having some data types. So here we have to specify the data type of the roll number is, say I want integer. So how much number you want? Say my roll number is of 10 digits. So here I want 10 digits of roll number. So I want to fill 10 digits of roll number. So if I want to have this kind of thing, so it is accepting numbers. So I have to say here the data type is this one. So I have been specifying the numbers. Then what the name will going to say here, it is going to store something called some characters. So it will, we can say something called like this. I want to store Raj, Mahesh, then Pallavi, like this I want to do. So it is accepting the characters. So here I have to say name, data type, it is going to take something called characters. Then how much size I want, the size is depend upon you. So I'll be saying roughly 25. Then I am saying here address. So address is something like I'll be writing something. Somebody will say I will from Hyderabad. Somebody will say that address means 2-3-691 slash C4 slash 1 something like this. So I'll be writing like this. Then I'll be saying Hyderabad, then 5,00,001, something like that. So this is the sum of the address. So here you have numbers, your characters, special characters are there, slash, hyphen, then I'm using comma over here, I'm using numbers and letters. So it is all we call as alphanumeric. So when I'm saying alphanumeric characters, so we have already come across the data type concept. So if you see, remember the theory, there we said something called data type. So here my data type is something called varchar. Okay, so varchar of, again it is of near about 50, so it will going to take the size of 50. Then I say something called number, then contact number, again it will going to take some numbers like this, so it will going to accept some 10 digits of number. Then I want to go with an only number, so again we have the data type as number as 10. So this is with the help of this one we have created the empty structure like this. So with the help of this particular syntax, we have been able to do this particular picture, whatever you are seeing over here. So this is what we are, if we want to do such kind of thing, I will be using the DDL command, that is data definition language. With the help of this, I'll be doing. Now, if I want to add some more column, I'll be using alter table. If I want to remove this one, I'll be using the drop column. So this is already we have come across this. So what is today's concept says that I want to know about the importance of the DML commands. So what the DML command will going to say, I want to add a new record. So when it is possible, when the structure is available. So when this structure is there, then only I can add the add over here. Say one, I want to add the roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, roll number 4, roll number 5. I want to add it. So when I want to add the data like this, when it is possible, when I have the structure like this, when the structure is like this, then only I can do such kind of things. So I will be using the command called insert. So insert is for adding new record. So the definition of the insert says add new records. Okay. So the definition of the insert is it's a DML command which is going to allow me to add a new record. So what is the definition of the insert? So it's a DML command. Insert is a DML command which allow me to add a new record. Okay. So what is the general syntax I'll be writing for this? So we have different flavors of syntax are there. So we'll see one by one the syntax. So first syntax we'll be seeing syntax one. Now syntax one. So again I'll go to over here. So I want to enter syntax like this. So I want to enter roll number one. Name is Mahesh. Then is from something called flat number uh, 2 second floor C SSS apartments, then Hyderabad, something like this. So this is the address and this is his contact number. So what I have done, I want to insert the record in this fashion. So what I did here, I have been structure is there. So I told you that with the help of insert command, I can do it. So how I want to fill this? So roll number I have entered, name I enter, address I enter, contact number I enter. So complete data I have given for this particular Mahesh record. So Mahesh record has been got inserted. So when I'm saying that complete record, so I want to make a complete record like this. So I'll be saying the first syntax. So here I'm saying insert where I want to insert. So where I have inserted this one in this particular table. So name of my table is student, and this is the table where I'm inserting. So I have to say insert into the table name. Then what you are entering, what is this one, what is this Mahesh, what is this 4544, or what is the second floor? These are called as values. So we say values. Then how many values you are inserting? So for this particular table we are saying 1 2 3 4 are there. So I'll be saying columns. So I'll be saying column name, that is values. So here I'll be saying data 1, data 2, then I'll say data 3. How many you want? I'll be saying till data n. So these many of values I want to insert it. So depending upon the structure, I'll be having this kind of values. So take to our example. So same example, I want to go with this. So this is your example. So I want to do this. So I'll be saying the example for this. So in the main exam also you have to write like this only. So I say example. So insert into what is my table name? It's a student. So this is the syntax I have given. This is in a angular basis. So don't write this in angular basis when you are writing an example. So see, this syntax is different and example is different. So you should be always careful and cautious to write it. So insert into student. Then I'll be saying the values. Then what is the value? I say here's the same value. I'll be going for 1. So I want to enter the value 1. Then so what is the second column? It's a name. So I want to enter the name as Mahesh. So I'll be saying Mahesh. Now, if this is a number, I have to give like this. But here this is a characters. So Mahesh is a character, that is alpha. Alpha is the alphabets are there. Then it should be enclosed in single quotes. So please very careful over here. So when the numbers are there, we are not enclosing in the single quotes or a double quotes, or we are not going for that. So it is openly we have written. But when you're writing characters or alphanumeric characters, we are going to enclose in a single quote. That is must. It's a must and compulsory. Then what is the next one? I have this particular address. So I have the address platform flat number like this. So I'll be writing over here. Again, it's an alphanumeric character. Then I'll be writing like this. So flat number, second floor, then SS apartments, Hyderabad like this. Then everything has been written. It should be enclosed in a single code. Then what is another column you have? Then I have another column called contact number. So I'll write in the contact number the same thing. Here I'll write in the contact number. Then I'll close it because student table, this is the table. How many columns we have over here? So this is your column 1, this is your column 2, this is your column 3, and this is your column 4. So 4 columns are there. So I should have 4 values. So for one value, second value, third value, and the 4 values. Now, once you do this, then you are ready to enter the code. So this is how you go and try. So this is the general syntax of the insert. Let's we try on our real-time program. So I'll go to my XAMPP, then I'll check over here, PHP myadmin, make it run. See that your server is ready or run, because all this already have given this instruction in the previous session. So if it is in a green color, so your server is run. So once the server is run, you can able to see this. Then already we are created in the previous session that AMS database I have already created. And then here we have student table. So this is your table. Now you can see this is empty. See, I don't have any records. I don't have any records. So previously same thing. So this is what I showed in your exam. So I don't have any records right now. So I want to insert the record like this. So you remember the fields. What is the first one? ID is there, name is there, contact number is there, address is there, F name is there, F contact number. So we have how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns are there. So you should be very careful how many columns you are writing. So I go to my SQL, then I write the command. And if you are unable to forget, if you forgot the column names, here right hand side, this is going to help you that what are the columns are there. So I'll be writing over here. So insert into, what is my table name? It's a student table name. Then values. See here, these are all are the keywords. So you don't forget the keywords. So SQL commands are the combination of the keywords. So insert into values. Then what is the first one? ID, it is there. So number 1. Then name, I'll be saying something called Lokesh. Then another one is contact. So contact, I'll be writing here some contact number of the Lokesh. And his address, I'll be saying he's from Hyderabad. See here, when you're able to see, when I'm writing numbers, it is showing in a green color. And when you are writing the names in a single quotes, it is showing in a red color. So you should be very careful. If you're able to see, you can just again zoomed it. You can just check it. You can able to see this one. Then I have something called address. Then I have first name. The first name is like my father name, or it can be yours name. So I'll say my in the previous session I told this is the first name, father name. Then I'll be saying Mahesh Lokesh father is something called Chandra Babu. Okay, just I'm writing like this. Then his contact number. So I'll be saying this is his contact number, something like that. Then I close the braces because here I opened the bracket and here I close it. Now, once you finish the syntax, now it's ready to execute it. That means you have completed your task. So you can click go down. Then here you have something called go button. You can click over here, or here itself we can say control enter. So both I'm telling you. So control enter, you type it. If nothing has been got wrong, then if your program is going to execute. So if you see here, somewhere it has been saying the problem. Near the syntax of the number, it is saying your error corresponding line code version of the right syntax of the near this one. So here I forgot maybe comma or something. Whether content, we have see the structure first. What is the structure of this? So what is the first structure? It is integer, character, integer, seed number, character. So if you forgot like this, you can able to see the structure. So first it is number. So first it is number. Second is of name, 25 characters. So second is of name of 25 characters. Then third is of contact number, how many digits you check it. 10 digits are there. So here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then you can see here the address, varchar, alphanumeric characters. So I can go for an alphanumeric characters address. Then we have fname character of 15. So again, we don't have any problem over here. Then we can have the last one is of number. It is of 10 digits. So you can see the 10 digits are there or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are there. Then there is not a problem. Maybe I entered on it. Now because of the gap spaces, I got this one. Yeah. So no spaces has to be given. So this many of spaces is gone. That's why it is gone wrong. Now it is complete. So it should be single. So I have given spaces in between the numbers. So I got the error. Now we can. So this is the syntax. Then you can click on the go button, or you can say here control enter. Then you can see here in a green color, I got one row has been got inserted. Now when I see previously, when I click on this, it was showing empty. Now you can see the data has been filled here. See how the data has been filled. Previously, it was showing empty. If you remember the previous one, here it was empty. Now it has been filled with records. See, this is how I have filled the records. So what is the syntax I have written for that? So this is what the syntax: insert into the table name, the values, and the this one, the values. Okay, so this is the first scenario. So this is the first syntax. Then coming to the second scenario, now I have the situation that I have a roll number. My name is Rani. Then I have staying in Hyderabad, or she is staying in Hyderabad, but she don't have a contact number, or she is hesitate to give the contact number, or due to security reason or whatever the circumstances. So she is not willing to give the contact number right now. Okay. Now there is another person who is having a roll number. His roll number have the name, so she is Rajita, and she doesn't have an address. She's a guest or paying guest or something like that, or some reasons are there. She right now she doesn't have an address. She don't want to give the address right now, or she don't have the permanent address. Just now she arrived to Hyderabad. She don't know the neighbors and all those things, so she wants to take some time to give the address. So right now she don't have the address, so she is having a contact number so that you can contact her to fill this. So what is happening? I have, because of this, I cannot say that Rajita, once you have an address, then only you join the college. I cannot say Rani, right now your address. If you don't give the phone number, I will not going to take your admission. It's not the scenario. So I will not restrict the person to stop your admissions or some because of some reasons of that data is not available. I cannot restrict the person. Okay, if you have then only you come. If you think that this is mandatory, if your rules are compulsory, then uh, you have to restrict that person. But if your system is flexible, because we are making the system in such a way that we are not telling the people that okay, you come next time, I'll be going to do it. So we have to do a favor to the students or something like that. So I'm not stopping her file. Okay, I have to give the roll number and I have to tell that okay, you are been, so that I'm giving an admission to her person. So this record is not available and this record is not available. So this is a scenario. So in the first scenario, what I have done, I inserted the records, all the records. That means this Mahesh is coming with his roll number, he is having the name, he is having address, he is having contact number. So I have entered all these records. But Rani is saying, sir, I don't have contact number. Rajita is saying, I don't have an address. So what I have to do? I have to accept it. Okay, I'll be saying, okay, whenever you find the address, whenever you find the contact number, you come and update it. Right now, I'll accept it. I accept your file. Okay. So what I'll do, the scenario is I don't have this kind of things. So what is the syntax for this? So if it is syntax, you go to the second syntax or second example. Here I'll be saying something called insert. The command will be common. The syntax is common for us. So insert into student. Then before going to the values, before entering the value. So what is this command is saying? Accept this and give to this. Fill this. So fill your student's detail. But here the condition is that this person is Rani is coming. I don't have contact number. Rajita is coming. I don't have address. So I have to say this table that I have only ID. I have a name and I have a address. I have an address. Then for this, I will give the values. So whoever they have some data, then I'll be going with this. So roll number is 2. Then her name is, so we'll see copy from here. So our name is Rani. So it is should be enclosed in Rani as Rani like this. Then she doesn't have address. She is having an address. So I'll be saying she is an address that is Hyderabad. So she is having this much of information. So right now she want to furnish this one. So here I will write like this. Now what about the other person? So other person criteria is changing. Is saying that she's saying that I don't have an address. I have contact number. See, this can I omit, but here I am not omitting. See, name and roll number compulsory. If you want to take that mission, you have to give your name. I cannot object that I don't have a name. Okay, right now you're objecting that I don't have an address. Contact number is not. So these are candidate. So if you know about the theory, what we have come across. So these are candidate key, and this is primary key. This is primary key. Why? Because it is compulsory. So roll number has to allocate it to the dependent key. So these are all are dependent key. So name is depend on this roll number. So this has become the candidate key and this has become the super. So or we call as a primary. So these are compulsory. I cannot say no roll number. So I cannot give the person. So I allow the person. I give the address and else I cannot allow the person without roll number. So roll number is must for me. So these two can be omitted. So these two are compulsory for me. So I go to this and I'll say this same thing. I'll copy and I'll type over here. So in avoid to time consuming, just I'm copying this. Then here I have an ID, here I have name. This time this person is not having the address. So I'll be saying contact. Then roll number is 3. Then her name is Rajita. Then she is from Hyderabad or what is from? She's having contact number. Okay, she doesn't have the address. So here it will be something called contact number. So it is a contact number. So when I'm saying contact number, it should not be enclosed in a single quote. So when I'm talking about the characters, it should be enclosed in single quotes. When I'm talking about the numbers, so I have to go for the like this. So I have two options. So here, what is the criteria? That if you have find all the records, so if you have the records of each and every column, so if you have all the data of that person, so how many columns are there? 4 columns. So Mahesh is having all the records. He's having roll number, he's having name, he's having address, he's a contact number. Then syntax is this. Okay, some people will have some data and some data is missing or they are not willing to give or some due to some reason the data is not exist. So in that case I go for this particular scenario. So now we'll see the example. So here you have something called ID is there, name is there, contact number. So I'll go for this. So I go to SQL. Then I'll be saying here again the same command because a new record I want to insert. So insert into student. Then I have to specify the first beginning what I want. I want to go for an ID. I want to go for the name. Then I want to go for something called contact. Now 3 things I want to go. Then you specify the values. So values. Then I'll say roll number 2. Then name something called Sultana. Then contact number I'll say something called like this. Now we'll see whether it will work or not. So I'll be saying control enter or click on the go button. If everything is correct, I'm going to get this green symbol and it says the data has been added. Now let's check the output. So here you can see this is the first record. Now I'll say refresh over here, because in order to tell you I have taken the two windows, but for you one window is enough. So just for one for executing and one for seeing like this. So in order to tell that I have been using multiple tabs, for it is not necessary. There itself you can say refresh. So if I'm refreshing over here and I see the output of this, I can see previously Lokesh is coming with all the data. So he's having roll number and name, contact number, address, and all the things he's having. But when coming to the Sultana, she has given the only contact number. She doesn't have an address. She doesn't have his father name. She doesn't have the contact number of his father name. So this is how I'll be going to add my records. Okay. Now scenario again, we'll say the second one, that now I will be adding another record. So the another record what I shown in the table is, so this is what I want to add it. So I want to add now only contact number. I don't want to go for an address. So again I'll go for another example. So same example I'll copy over here and I'll go and execute it. So I'll be typing over here. Now what I want to know this time, I'll go for something called address. Then roll number is say 3. Then her, he or she is something called Hari Gopal. Then he is having an address, so he doesn't have a contact number. So when I'm saying address, it's an alphanumeric character. Then he'll say something called 2 dash 3 dash 47 or 647, something like this. Say B, comma CPL Road, then Hyderabad, something like this. So what I have done, I add the ID. So ID is like this. Then name is characters. When I'm saying address, it's a character. So how I'll be going to know? Because when I go to the structure, if I click on the structure, I should know that how I create and how the structure. So ID is number, so it is accepting the number, so it is taking number 3. Then you can see the character alphabets will going to accept, so it's going to accept the alphabets. Harigopal I'm adding. Then I want to add the contact number. So right now this person is doesn't have the contact number. So here itself I'm saying that please don't take the contact number from me. You just take the address. So when I go to the address column, here you can see varchar. So it has have the capability to add alphanumeric characters. So alphanumeric characters has been allowed, that special characters, comma, full stop, underscore, or whatever you want to add, you can add it. Then once everything is done, you can just click on by saying control enter or go to button. Then here you will be finding the output. Now again I'll go to the tab. I'll say click on the student database on table. Now you can see the data, how the data has been filled. So previously if you see here for Sultan, for Lokesh, address is there, his father name is there, his contact number is there. But coming to Sultana, she has given only her contact number. She is not willing to give her address, father name and contact number. But Harigopal is a person, he has not given his contact number, but he has given his address. So the situation demands, according to that, our syntax is going to have take place. So the syntax will be like this. Okay, so this is a syntax how we're going to insert the record. So if you want to insert all the records, this is the one. Okay, if you want to add only few columns, then I'll be going for this line. So this is second example is for adding for few columns. First example is for adding all the columns. Okay, for the all the columns. Now coming to the third type of the syntax of the insert. Okay, that is, this is all comes on the first type. So again I'll go for the second type. Now second type is like, I want to insert your boss has came, or your teacher, or your wherever you are working, he has said that in front of you there are 100 files are there, by today evening you have to fill all this data. So they said that here I have like this. So my senior is like this, so I have this many of data. Okay, so my boss or the person who has been told me that you have to enter this, it is compulsory. So they told me to enter this all this thing. Now what you do is to seeing this, oh, this many work has been done, then you'll call your home. I'm a little bit busy, it will be late because my boss has been assigned lot of job for me and I have to do it. So at any cost you have to do it. So say I want to enter the record like this. Here I want to add 4, then I have to want to 5 record, 6 record, then 7th record, like this. Whichever I want to do, I have to do all the things. So I have to fill this everything. So if I want to fill fourth record, what I'm doing, I'm typing 4, then I'm typing the name, then I'm typing the address, then I'm typing the contact number. Then I'm going for the roll number 5. Then I'll be saying something called, again I have to type the name, then I have to address, and I have to do the contact number, something like this. Okay. So I enter the contact number. So every time I have to do like this. So do I any chance for this to do such kind of thing? But if you say in the SQL command, here I'm typing like this, but when you go for an SQL, what I have to do, say this one. So I will be simply, what I do, I copy this because in order to avoid typing work. So just I'm doing this one. So I will be adding this like this. Then if it is all records, so first one I'll say I'm going want to go for all records. Then I'll say roll number 4. Then I'll say Geeta. Then address. Next one is what? Contact number. So our contact number, then I have to enter the address I enter, then I have to enter the father name, say Hari, then I have to enter the father's contact number. So I'll be saying father's contact number like this. Then I have done like this. So I enter, record has been inserted. Then again I'll go to the SQL. Then again I have to type the content. Again I have to type like this. Then I have to, so here copy paste option is there. We are doing this one. So you are trying to enter record like this. So and so you're done. So for every single record, what I'm doing, I'm trying to type the command. So it's in a, so your boss has told you to do it. So you are finding for shortcut to fill this one. So if it is if suppose this is an Excel sheet, what I'll do, I'll copy this and I'll drag it, automatically this will be copy pasted. But here it's a Word document, I have to type it. So for typing in the Word document, I'm feeling bored or I'm getting tired or something like this. So a lot of excuses I'm doing because I want to go home at early. The boss has given this work. Without this, you should not go. Then I have taken the files. So the files are in front of me. It's like bundles and bundles. So seeing all those things, I'm afraid. Okay, but he has been given the order. Then I have to follow the order. So I'll be entering one by one. So the same procedure in my SQL also. Every time I have to type the syntax. Every time I have to type the syntax and I have to type the values. I have to type the syntax. I have to change the values. I have to type the syntax. I have to change the values. So this is what the disadvantages in this particular first command. Okay. So how I'll be doing this? How I'll be trying to do in the other software. Suppose if it is in any other software other than MySQL, I'll give the solution for this. So solution is like this. So I'll be saying something called student. So the syntax is this one. I'll write the syntax first. So this is the syntax, same syntax I have, but this is for bulk. So I want to, instead of typing for one or two, now to avoid the repetition of the syntax, here I'll be saying ampersand data 1, ampersand data 2, and ampersand data 3, then ampersand n. So like this we have a lot of things. So that means when I'm using ampersand, then next time I no need to type the syntax. It is going to allow only to enter the values. Okay, I'll write a go on type the values. I'll not bother about the syntax because every time if I type the syntax, I'll make forgot while typing mistake will be done, or I'll make commit some mistakes while writing anything. So instead of that, one time I will write it, many time I'll use it. So how I'll be done with the help of that ampersand symbol. Now this kind of things will work only in the Oracle or other software, but here in the MySQL, this ampersand will not going to work because for that there is a different syntax. But In order to understand the concept, just I am telling over here. So if you want bulk records to be updated, so if it is MySQL, if I'm using Oracle, then bulk records can be done with the help of like this. So what I'll do, I'll write like this, the example. So example is like this. So insert into student the values, then I'll be saying ampersand. What is the first column? It is I roll number. For me it is roll number. Then I have something called the name. So I'll be saying it's a single quote because if you see the real output, here I am saying the single quotes. So here also I'll give single quote, but followed by ampersand and by the column, say name. Then I have something called, so see the structure and go for this. So my structure is roll number, name, address, and contact number. So then I have something called ampersand, address. Then I have something called contact number. So contact number, so ampersand, contact number. Then if I use and if I execute this one, so what happens? Every time I'll get the prompt. So it will be asking like this. It will give the prompt, enter roll number. It will ask like this. So what I'll do, my cursor, see here my cursor is blinking. Similar fashion, my cursor will be waiting for me to accept number. So I'll say 5. Then when I enter it, automatically it will be say that enter. It will be asking me enter name. It will be asking like this. Again, it will wait for me to enter the value. So I'll be entering the name like this. Then again, it will be asking for me to enter the address. So it will be asking me to enter the address. So it will prompt every time. It will go into prompt what I have to do. So it will be asking that what I have to do. So it will be asking like this, enter the address. I'll get on the screen like this. So this word will be coming on the screen. Then I'll be entering some name and address, something like this. So like this I'll be adding. So with the help of this ampersand, what happens? I have been not typing the syntax. Only one time I'll type it and I'll be using this one. Then next time if I want to go for the second record, then I'll not type the command. I'll not type this. Simply I'll say slash. Simply I'll say the this particular slash. When I do like this, again I'll going to get this prompt. So I'll going to get this prompt again. Okay, then I'll be entering. That means it has been become my work has been go simple that simply I'll take the file, just I'll enter the value. Simply I'll take the file, I'll enter a value. Okay, now previously what is in the first case? Every time I have to write the syntax. I write the entire syntax again and again and I have typed the entire content. So which has been made simple if I go with the ampersand. Now this is what we're going to do in the Oracle software. But what about the MySQL? MySQL we will be having little bit change, but we can go for the n number of records you can do. So how we'll be doing? So say I want to go for the syntax. So see here you can see I want to add only few columns. So I want to go for ID or name. I want to enter this two. Right now I'm skipping this contact address for first name and this I'll skip this. Just I want to enter only for these two people. So two columns. So I'll say this one. So roll number and name. Then I'll be saying the record is 6 and name is Anil. Name is Anil. Then this is my first record. Now what about I told you that this is going to go for a bulk record. Then I'll be saying something called another brackets, open the another brackets. Then you can say 7. Then you can say curly. Then you can give the bracket. Comma, you have to separate the comma. Then if you want another record, then you say comma. Then you just say something called 8 record and she is Kalpana. Then you close it. Then again if I want some other records, then I'll be giving the comma. Then I'll be saying something over here. Then I'll say roll number 9 and she is Geeta. Then I close. So In this fashion, I'll try to enter the records for bulk. So I can go for the bulk records in MySQL in this fashion. So if it is in a bulk records in the, that means what is happening? This I have written only once, but what is happening over here? I'm just adding the records without typing this command again and again, because this is a GUI. We have been like copy okay, for one records or 100 records, not bother copy paste and just change the values, it is be done. It's a simple one. But I'm telling about if you don't have a GUI, this kind of environment. So I told you there is the black color screen of my SQL software. So if you do go with that, then this all kind of environment you will not see. Everything they have to type it. Don't copy paste it done. So in because we are in the beginning and I don't want to make you complication, so I have been going with the tool, and this tool will going to make us to learn a lot of things over here. So we can see visually the output also then and there itself. There we have to learn a lot of commands. So for our BCom course, that many commands are not necessary. We can just learn the things. Whatever we are learning, it should be up to the mark. Though you know one or two also, it should be perfect. So that is what my intention. So when I go with this, then I'll be saying Control Enter, or I'll go down and I click on the Go button. Now you can see at a time you will be inserting 3 records. See, I inserted 4 records single time. I go to the output and I'll say execute this one. Now you can check it over here. See, in a single shot, I have been inserted the records. So this is how you going to insert the records. So right now you can see here the Kavi, Kalpana, Geeta, Anil, these are the people, they have not given the records of, they are not given the contact number, they are not given the father name, or very few people they have given the record. So this is how the records can be. So I, for this purpose, I cannot say you are been not admitted, you come on next time or something. So whatever the data that is available with you, you're simply accepting without any restriction to the students. So flexibility for you and flexibility for the students also. So this is how you are going to work with your the command called insert. Any doubt regarding this, ma'am? Is it clear? Is
Yes,
the
sir.
topic is clear, ma'am? So what you learned today's class? So we have learned something called the command called insert command, which is going to help me to add a new records. So for that the syntax is insert into the table name followed by the values and the values. So the keywords you will find in the insert is insert, into, and values. These are 3 words you have to remember. So when I'm telling where you want to insert in that particular table, what you want to insert, so put your the questions to your mind, then automatically the syntax is there in your hands. So what do you want to do? I want to add the records. So what is the command? And there is something called insert command in the DML. So DML is what? Data manipulation language. So manipulating. So how I'm going to manipulate? There is a structure. So structure is already there. I want to add a new record. So the command is insert. Then where I have to insert? In that table. So into is the word you have to remember. What do you want to insert? Values. So I want to insert some data. So we call that as a values. Then if you remember the syntax, then automatically you will going to get. So no need to mug up, no need to, but if I write 100 times or 10 times, it will not come. Just if you remember what you want to do, put the questions to your mind, automatically the syntax will come. That is what the beauty of SQL command. Okay, so we have something called insert into student values, and I want to give the value. Now here in this we have some flavors. The first flavor says that if you have all the data with you, so if you have all the data with you, like Mahesh is having all the data, then I'll go just say insert into student values and follow the values. Say I don't have a values. I have few columns only I have. So what are the columns you have? Before that only, before inserting the records, you just prior information to the database, to the table, say that right now I have only few information I'm going to give, you accept it. If you don't give this, if you don't give this and you try to give this, then you will see what happens. So let me see my SQL. I'm trying to insert the records. So I'm inserting the records like this. My answer. So I'm inserting insert into student Then I'm trying to say values. Then I have only roll number, I have a name, that's it. Is it going to accept? It will not going to accept. See, I didn't got the green color. If you see scroll down, you'll get the red color. Now it says column count doesn't match the value. Now this is what the error. So you wantedly do the errors. What is my intention? All the students, all the dear students, you try to do the mistakes, then you learn the things. So if you do like this, what happens? If you do like this, what happens? And note down the errors, because these are the real time when you go with an viva or interview or something like that. They'll be putting something like, oh, you know why RDBMS, you know DBMS, you know MySQL. Then tell me, so if you do like this, what is the error? If you, then they'll be asking. So you should be in a position to give the answer. So try to commit the mistakes, because how I learned this is the same thing I done. So a lot of the mistakes if you do, then more experience you will be finding. So when I go to this particular things, what I'm doing, I have tried to insert, because right now, as I told, I have only roll number, I have name, and I'm trying to enter. It is not accepting because it is saying that the count is not have matching, because the count is here. It says I have an ID, I have a name, I have a contact, I have an address, I have a name, and father name is their contact. So these many columns are there, and you are giving this value where I should give and to whom I have to give. For you it is name and roll number, but how the system knows that this is for this and this is for? So for that only we have to inform this person. See Baba, I have only two records or two columns I have, that is ID is there with me and I have a name with me. So allow only this, because right now I don't have any other information. So this name information I have, please accept. So I have to give the prior information, then I click on this. Now it will work. Now it will work. See, like to see the output, I'll get it. So this is how you will going to learn the things. Okay, simply whatever the sir has told or was listening to the videos, it is not enough. Unless until you practice this particular, that's what I am telling. For this, I cannot help you if you don't have a desktop, because a mobile phone I cannot do this. Because last 1 hour before for your section A, I am unable to explain this because I have paper and pen and I don't have the. I am unable to reach to my home, so I am unable to take the class on the laptop where I cannot explain. So that's what I prior information only I have given. For this particular unit, you need compulsory the desktop. Okay, so you execute these programs and try to work out this, then you can be expertise in this particular topic. So this is what we have seen. So the today's topic is about the DDL command, where you find the in the last session about the create, alter, and drop. And today we learn about the important topic about how you're going to add a new records using an insert command. Okay, so I stop here only, and we'll see the tomorrow's class at the same time at 6 o'clock. We'll join. Okay,
Sir,
yeah.
sir, I